In the labyrinth of American financial history, a singular figure emerges, often obscured by the shadows of time. J.P. Morgan. This is the untold story of a man whose influence reverberates through the corridors of power, a mastermind behind a transformative institution that would shape the economic destiny of a nation, the Federal Reserve. The rise of J.P. Morgan. John Pierpont Morgan, born in 1837, navigated the tumultuous waters of the 19th century financial landscape with unparalleled acumen. Emerging from an era marked by economic volatility and banking crises, Morgan's journey was defined by strategic brilliance and an unyielding ambition. Morgan's rise to prominence was swift, earning him the moniker the Napoleon of Wall Street. His keen intellect and financial prowess established him as a force to be reckoned with, wielding unprecedented influence in the world of banking and finance. It's crucial to understand the socio-economic context of the time, where industrialization was transforming the American landscape, and financial markets were becoming increasingly complex. The financial turmoil of the 19th century. As the 19th century drew to a close, the American financial system faced significant challenges. Banking panics, economic instability, and a lack of centralized control left the nation vulnerable to financial crises. In this backdrop of uncertainty, J.P. Morgan's journey took a pivotal turn. The Panic of 1893, a severe economic depression, underscored the vulnerabilities of the banking system. Morgan's response to these crises went beyond mere financial maneuvering. He recognized the need for systemic change. His actions during these challenging times laid the groundwork for the eventual creation of the Federal Reserve. The Panic of 1907. The turning point arrived in 1907, a year etched in the annals of financial history as the Panic of 1907 unfolded. The nation was gripped by a financial crisis with stock markets plummeting, banks on the brink of collapse, and widespread panic among investors. In the midst of this chaos, J.P. Morgan emerged as a de facto central banker. With a decisive and calculated approach, he orchestrated a plan to stabilize the markets. Morgan's intervention played a crucial role in preventing a complete economic meltdown, earning him both admiration and scrutiny. However, it's important to note that his actions raised questions about the concentration of power in the hands of a select few individuals, behind closed doors. Behind the scenes, J.P. Morgan engaged in secretive meetings and negotiations with influential figures. The corridors of power became the stage for discussions that would shape the future of American finance. It was within these closed doors that the seeds of the Federal Reserve were planted. Morgan's vision for a more stable and controlled financial system was rooted in the idea that a centralized authority could mitigate the risks of future financial panics. These closed-door discussions not only involved financial leaders, but also political figures who recognized the need for a systemic overhaul. The birth of the Federal Reserve. In 1913, the Federal Reserve Act was signed into law, marking a watershed moment in American financial history. The Federal Reserve, touted as a safeguard against economic crises, emerged as a centralized authority with the power to regulate and stabilize the nation's monetary system. While the Federal Reserve was ostensibly created to prevent future financial panics, it also consolidated a significant amount of power in the hands of a few. J.P. Morgan's vision for a more controlled and regulated financial system had come to fruition. The Federal Reserve, with its regional banks and governing board, became the cornerstone of American monetary policy. The legacy and criticisms. Over the years, the Federal Reserve has played a pivotal role in shaping the American economy. Its tools, such as open market operations and interest rate adjustments, have been crucial in maintaining stability. However, the Federal Reserve has not been without its share of criticisms. Accusations of undue influence, questions about transparency, and concerns over the concentration of power have fueled debates surrounding the Federal Reserve's true purpose. Some argue that it has become a tool of the very financial interests it was meant to regulate, while others contend that its actions are necessary for maintaining economic stability. J.P. Morgan's legacy. J.P. Morgan's legacy extends beyond the creation of the Federal Reserve. His vision, whether seen as a stabilizing force in times of crisis or as a consolidator of financial power, undeniably left an indelible mark on modern finance. The narrative of J.P. Morgan as the mastermind behind the Federal Reserve invites reflection on the complexities of financial power and its enduring impact on the nation. Morgan's influence was not limited to the Federal Reserve. His efforts in shaping industries such as railroads and steel also contributed to the economic landscape of the early 20th century. The legacy of Morgan's financial empire persisted through subsequent decades, and his family's influence endured, leaving a lasting impact on American business and finance. You take yours off. As we unravel the layers of history, the story of J.P. Morgan and the Federal Reserve emerges as a testament to the intricate interplay of power, finance, and the ever-evolving dynamics of a nation. The untold story of this mastermind invites us to ponder not only the past but also the present and future of a financial system that continues to shape the destiny of a nation. In examining J.P. Morgan's role in the creation of the Federal Reserve, we confront the ongoing debate about the appropriate balance between centralized control and free market forces. The lessons from this historical narrative prompt us to consider the role of financial institutions in ensuring economic stability and the necessity of checks and balances within the system. In the modern era, with new challenges and complexities, the story of J.P. Morgan and the Federal Reserve remains a crucial chapter in understanding the evolution of American finance. It prompts us to critically examine the structures in place, ensuring that the lessons learned from history inform the decisions and policies that shape the economic future of our nation. Thank you for joining us on this exploration, and until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep the conversation alive.